Wait, nigga, I just told you who wait. I don't, wait, hold on. I want to be me. Like, what are we doing here? Like, I'm confused. Oh, man, I want me, man. I don't want these bum-ass niggas, man. Where am I at? No. Nah, man, nobody want these weak-ass people, man. Look at this. Come on, they got him on him. Come on, they don't even have me. They got that, oh, come on. Look at the people they have, man. Oh, my God. Wait, do I get a custom build? Nah, I'm bigger. Give me my 215. 215, big boy, wingspan. Wingspan is 6'11". Oh, come on, get to that. Whoa, why didn't get to the 99 no more? All right, I want to give him my 99 no more. Okay, cool, I'm good. Whoa. All right, man, okay, I'm over it. Okay, are you want to give me blocks? Okay, I'm blocked. Okay, cool, blocks. Yeah, I'm not blocking nobody. Oh, I like the jersey. Shades of Kenny Smith. No, man.
You're now tuned into Old Head TV. Put some pressure on that like button and that subscribe button. And don't forget to turn your notifications on.
Hey yo, what it is, YouTube world? It's Old Head TV, and I'm back in the building, back in the builder, and I'm back with another banger for my 2K family. And today we're gonna do something different. You know I usually make builds for myself and the 2K community, and I know some of you probably get frustrated and don't know what build to make or what position you should make the build at. And if some of you are like me, you want your favorite player name to pop up in the shades of, and it adds some excitement to the 2K journey. Trust me, I get it. And as you saw in the intro, Gilbert Arenas is no different from us. So today I'm going to make a Gilbert Arenas build for Gilbert Arenas. And if you aren't familiar with Gilbert Arenas, let me put you on. But real quick, before we go any further, be sure to hit the like button, the hype button, and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Also, be sure to turn on your notifications so when I upload something, whether it's a new build, a new jump shot, or some gameplay, you'll be plugged in. Now, as I was saying, Gilbert Arenas, nicknamed Agent Zero, was one of the NBA's most dynamic and unpredictable guards during the mid-2000s. Playing primarily for the Washington Wizards, he was a 3-time NBA All-Star, a 3-time All-NBA selection, known for his fearless scoring, clutch shooting, and unique personality on and off the court. Despite entering the league as a second-round pick, he developed into one of the league's elite scorers before injury shortened his prime. Arenas was capable of putting up 40 points on any night. At his peak, he had unlimited shooting confidence, regularly pulling up from well beyond the three-point line, well before the modern Damian Lillard or Steph Curry range era became popular. One of his deadliest weapons was his quick pull-up jumper in transition, often catching defenses off guard. He could score at all three levels: deep threes, smooth mid-range jumpers, and aggressive finishing at the rim with either hand. Arenas had a reputation for hitting dagger shots late in games. He famously waved off teammates and coaches to take big shots, and more often than not, he delivered. So without further delay, let's get into the build. Alright, now for the vitals, the position will be point guard. The height will be 6'4", the weight 205 pounds, and for the wingspan, it will be 6'9". I know Gilbert Arenas' wingspan is 6'10", but I want this build to have silver limitless range off top, so 6'9" is where it's at. Now let's get into the attributes. One of the most underrated parts of Gils' game was how explosive he was off the dribble. He had a lightning quick first step that allowed him to beat defenders cleanly without needing heavy dribble combos. Once he turned the corner, he attacked the rim aggressively. So for the close shot, we're gonna take that to a 75. The driving layup will be at 85. And that's going to get you silver float game, layup mixmaster, and physical finisher on silver. Also, Gilbert Arenas could dunk, but he wasn't known as a high-flying dunker. So we're gonna take that driving dunk to a 75, and you see we get no posterizer, and that's alright, because that changes with a few cap breakers, and I'm gonna cover that a little later on in the video, so stay tuned. And the standard dunk, we're gonna just put 1 point on that for a 26, and the post control is gonna remain at 37. Now let's get into the shooting. Gilbert's pull-up mid-range jumper was deadly. He had a lightning-quick trigger and excellent balance, allowing him to rise up over defenders almost instantly. So for your mid-range shot, we're gonna take that to a 90. And also, he was one of the first guards on the regular to pull up from way behind the line. Arenas had range similar to what Damian Lillard and Stephen Curry would later popularize. So the 3-ball is going to be an 88. And right now, both your mid-range and 3-ball are sitting in silver tier badge territory. But with some investing in your cap breakers and the shooting specialization, you will be evolving an all-around weapon in 2K26. And also for the free throw, you could take that to a 73. It's very easy to shoot free throws this year, kind of like how it was in 2K24, if you could remember. Now we're gonna get into the playmaking. Gilbert Arenas' playmaking often gets overlooked because his scoring was so explosive, but he was a very capable facilitator, especially in his prime Wizard years. He wasn't a pure point guard in the traditional sense, but he was more of a score first floor general, similar to what we see today in players like Damian Lillard or Kyrie Irving. So for the pass accuracy, we're gonna take that to an 85. And with that 85 rating, you will have all the tools you need to be a score first point guard, but also you will be able to run the offense with gold dimer, versatile visionary, silver break starter, and bronze bailout. And the ball handling was a huge part of what made him dangerous offensively. While he wasn't the flashiest dribbler like an and-one mixtape player, his handle was tight, explosive, and purposeful. So the ball handle will be an 87, and his quick first step was lethal, so the speed with ball will be at 86. So this build will have gold strong handles, lightning launch on gold as well, and silver handles for days, ankle assassin, unpluckable, which can be gold or Hall of Fame tier. It just depends on what badge specialization you invest in and where you add your cap breakers. Now let's get into the defense. Now, Gilbert Arenas wasn't known for being a lockdown defender. His reputation leaned much more toward offense, but he did have certain defensive strengths when locked in. So for the interior defense, we're gonna take that to a 70. Also, we want this build to be solid on the perimeter, so we're gonna take that perimeter defense to an 82 for silver challenger, and still, we're gonna take that to a 79. And that gets you silver glove and silver interceptor. Also the block, I heard Mike Wang reference block also playing a part in shot contests, and I see a lot of guards on 2K have literally no block or low block. So it's no secret why a lot of guards don't get no contest. So we're gonna take that block to a 69, and it's not a lot, but it's something, and you do get access to high flying denier. For the rebounding, the offensive rebounding will be a 50, and the defensive rebound will be a 60. Now let's get into the physicals. All right, for your speed, we're gonna keep that at an 86. The agility will be an 82. The strength, we're gonna take that to a 75. And for your vertical, we're gonna keep that at a 60. And these are the takeovers available to this build, with Clinic and Mixtape being my favorite choices to put on this build. And real quick, let's get into these cap breakers. Alright, so like I was saying earlier, for your finishing on this build, it won't take much to get contact dunks. Of course, if you are willing to invest, it only takes 3 cap breakers to get you a driving dunk to an 87 for contact dunks. And it will only take 4 cap breakers to get your vertical high enough as well. And that's just a total of 7 cap breakers, which most of you should have right now. And for your shooting, your mid-range just need 2 cap breakers. If you would like to have your gold badges without using your tier +1 or tier 2 on shooting, and your 3-ball just needs 1 cap breaker so you could get silver limitless range. Now the ball handle, I don't know if a lot of you are good with an 87 ball handle, but if you need more, it will just take 5 cap breakers to get a 92 handle to reach gold tier ball handling. Now for your defense as well, you just need 2 cap breakers to be at an 85 with perimeter defense, and you could pretty much make this build the most overpowered weapon on the floor. But the only thing is, you have to invest in making the right choices in your cap breakers and your build specializations. Me, myself, I don't really care much about dunking, so I would put everything into my shooting and defense, but again, the choice is yours. But now I'm gonna hit the finish button so we can see that final product. And there you have it, shades of Gilbert Arenas, Hersey Hawkins, and Damian Lillard. And this build comes out as an ankle taker. Perfect name for a Gilbert Arenas build. And before we go, I do have a jump shot for my 2K family. Alright, for the jump shot, your lower base will be Kyrie Irving. Upper release 1, Stephen Curry. Upper release 2, Seth Curry. Your visual cue will be on release. Release speed will be right here. And for your animation blending, it will be 62% Stephen Curry, 38% Seth Curry. But yo, that's it for me, Old Head TV. Be sure to hit the like button, the hype button. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. And talk to me in the comments. Let me know what you think of the build and what builds you would like to see on the channel in the future. And I'll be sure to get to it. Until next time, peace.